packed and the lines were long.
Could we argue facts not in
Really
evidence?
didn't stay long.
But you were under your own control, right?
Yeah, 1 or 2 drinks. I wasn't like wasted or
You weren't
anything.
drunk or wasted. Okay. Okay.
I guess things could have come back, you know.
You left the
later
party.
on. But
Explain to
even
me
the
what happened.
second time that I questioned him, he said he didn't remember anything.
Well, like I said, after the party is where
Second
things get
interrogation
really
happened over a
Yeah,
week
sorry,
later,
I
right?
don't know if I said that twice.
It was
yeah, like the
Sorry
only
about
thing
that.
I
like,
remember before the shooting is
more than 10 days.
Like I said, I vaguely recall
A call
being
about a lawyer.
contacted
The
about
first one was on the 6th
some
and the second
judge
one was
business,
on the 19th.
something about becoming a lawyer, interest list type stuff.
From that point on, what do you remember? What is your first memory? Waking up in the hospital?
It's basically
Wow, man,
complete.
just do me a favor, please don't testify for him.
I mean, Your Honor, nobody's objecting, so I mean, you know what I mean? But I got you.
Just doing due diligence here.
I got you. It's not my fault if Oliver isn't, objecting. You know what I mean? You know, if he's inexperienced, he's inexperienced, Your Honor.
It's just adhere to standards and policies.
If he's not experienced, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'd ask that the court instruct defense counsel not to impugn my character.
Your Honor, I'm just simply stating factual statements here. If he's not objecting, it's not my fault. He's inexperienced in the objection department. You know what I mean?
Go ahead, continue, please.
That's bold coming from the guy that blew smoke in my face.
Okay, go ahead and,
I should have arrested him for assault.
What is your first memory after that lawyer
oh my
it's pretty
god!
much like waking up in the hospital, but
that
I
would be insane.
Of the moment that I was shot.
At the end of the court case, all right, Rami, faced away from me. You're being placed under arrest for assault and battery.
You know, it is stated in the report also where around I was. I was around sand, so it's very bright, kind of like washed out colors. And I just remember
That's crazy. He didn't mention any of this in either interrogation.
And something blocking the
either orally or through their actions. Oh my god, I'm pressing charges on Rami.
Bright and everything is washed out the way I remember it.
And you gave that testimony to the officers and during the interrogation.
Oh my god, it's verbatim.
Out of the hospital.
In the second interview, I believe I had remembered by that point because I'd recovered from my my head injury.
That's not true.
Yeah, that's wrong.
He spoke about a
the
flash
gun raising
of a
to your
gun.
head and everything, and the call. Were the give me a sec.
In both
Your Honor?
testimonies, he said he didn't remember anything.
Yep. He's lying right now.
Let's fast forward to the out of this whole situation.
He said it was
complying
like
with the police. The police asked you to
flash
give your SIM card
of a person with a gun, like.
My phone had been stolen and was missing when I woke up in the hospital. So I gave them my phone number so that they could back trace whatever records they could find.
Okay. So your phone was stolen, and the only thing
That's
you
an assumption.
remember is a guy in a possible mask raising a gun to your head. And then at that point, you woke up out of the ICU.
That's insane.
Yes, and there was Cornwood and I believe Archer there waiting for me when I woke up.
Okay. Now, and you completely complied with the officers, correct?
Yes, they've had my full cooperation through the investigation. I've responded to each of their requests for interviews, which were, I was informed, voluntary. So, you know, I was never placed under arrest and forced to answer questions. It was all on a voluntary basis as far as I was told.
Okay. And do you believe you were set up, Mr. Murphy?
I certainly don't have reason to believe that I had any cause to illegally possess a firearm belonging to captain of the police force. No, I don't believe that I had that for any purpose other than to be
I'm a little
set up,
iffy
as you
based
said.
on Oliver not.
It's a yes or no question, Murphy. You believe you were set up, correct?
Objection, leading.
Go ahead and re-ask that, please. In
You
a way
believe you were
that
set
he's
up?
not giving him. There you go.
Yeah. In my informed opinion, yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Oliver cook.
Let me see if my counsel has any other questions. Let's just. I think my counsel's still just getting ready for that. What do you call it? Interrogation.
Timestamps in the interrogation.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't have any questions.
No, let her ask.
All right, go ahead. So petty.
Your Honor, I would just like to motion to be petty for a moment.
You're not.
You're always petty.
Okay, well, never mind.
Do you have any IFAX kit or food?
Yeah.
Can we just recall Murphy, and then when they get the interrogation, I guess we can go into that if that gets found and you approve of the objection or not, or if you deny the objection.
Oh my God, you're actually a legend. Thank you. You just here. I'll stand up.
Well, Your Honor, we don't object if they bring this up on redirect, so long as we get a recross specific in scope to the.
So then why object at all? Let me just ask the question then.
Hold on, I understand where he's going with
I'm
this.
just gonna put it down.
I was
Okay,
both
that's
y'all
fine.
going with this. So technically, if you would want to
There you go.
recall him
Yeah.
based
Sorry.
upon
It's on the
the
ground.
evidence
Yeah.
being found and presented
you.
in front of me of a
It
timestamp
works.
that
You have an
includes the
iPad
date
by
in
chance?
question
Yeah.
where
thank you.
Mr. Slack's weapon was procured from him that is relevant to the case that we have here. I will allow for, once again, a direct, a cross, and a redirect to be
This down, too.
reopened again.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
There you go.
Can I just say one thing though?
Go ahead.
I mean, he just said that he's gonna withdraw the objection if he can get his line of questioning in, and then he can get a redirect after. He's literally just using it for his own purpose.
Sorry, Your Honor, that is not what I said.
You literally just said that.
Back up. Go ahead.
Can I clarify what I said, Judge?
Yes, please.
I
Go ahead.
offered to proceed with the cross-examination as normal, and then if they find the timestamp or the evidence
No,
they're
no,
talking
Huh?
about, then they
Hmm?
can bring it up on
This
redirect,
guy.
and then we
What's up
will
over here?
get
What's
a
up?
specific recross to address that within
Your
that
Honor,
specific
he just
scope.
completely changed his.
Do you
what
mind
he
if
just said before
if
that.
I
That is what
get
I
out
said
of here a little
originally.
early?
Yeah, that's
This is
fine.
okay.
I can email you the
Hey,
results
I'm
of the
not
case
trying
if
to
you'd
do a
like.
personal game here. I'm
Okay.
not trying to
You
go
did
out
so
and
good.
grade someone
Don't even
on
worry
Do
about
you
it.
Do you want me to stay for the cross
outside
or
evidence
the
something else
of
to their own
Murphy?
benefit with this.
Because I did
That
the.
if
Are you
it
guys gonna
is
ask about the
produced,
interrogations or?
I believe
will
Oliver
allow
might.
just
If
the
you're
same
able to stay for the
conduct you're gonna
cross,
get.
it would be helpful. But
There
I'm not
is
gonna.
scope,
I'm not gonna
and
hold
it
you
has
to.
to be
No, I
specific
won't.
towards a
Okay,
scope,
thank you so
Mr. Rami,
much.
of what you would like to ask the questions about, and allow him to also keep it within scope at that point. It will be controlled to only those incidents. That's it. So you define the scope with your own direct. He goes ahead and crosses
up, Emma?
with it, and then you go ahead and redirect. That's it. All right.
Okay.
There's no part of this that wouldn't potentially already have occurred if it was already in
Okay.
evidence.
Can I ask some questions then? I still
Yes,
have
you
a
may.
couple
Go
more
ahead.
questions.
Uh-huh.
Murphy,
Yes.
you were interrogated, right?
Interviewed on 2 occasions.
Okay. And in those interrogations, did they ask about you? Did they ask you about December 17th?
No, I don't.
Facts not in
believe
evidence.
They did. I might be wrong though.
I know they didn't.
I don't believe we did. No. We didn't know whose gun it was. Why would we ask?
I mean,
him
I
about
can
don't-
hear you, and please do not
Exactly.
try to persuade that.
Sorry about that. Your
And
Honor.
keep
Sorry.
in
really-
mind,
I'm
your
really-
stenographer is right next to him.
Of course, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
I'm honestly not sure 100%.
Okay, I guess we'll just wait for the
I
counsel.
had a
to
head
the
injury.
fucking holy fuck.
He is an idiot.
He curses a lot.
All right, I mean, Your Honor, we'll withdraw and then.
You know
we'll
what?
wait
I gotta
for,
give Rami some credit. He is
we'll wait
holding
for
his
the
own
interrogations to come back and then see what
surprisingly well, considering the
Withdraw from
severity
what
of this
you
case.
had, The actual question there.
You want me to note that Rami asked him if he was stupid or dumb under the record?
Oh, you
The answer's
motherfucker, Kirby.
no. I get to answer. No. No.
Am I putting that under the record? Or
Yes, you
what?
are. It was a question asked directly.
Your Honor, my client hasn't recovered. Oh, never mind.
Answer no.
Oh! Oh,
Rami, be
God,
careful, man.
please
That is all,
say
Your
it.
Honor.
Say
we'll
it,
just
Cook.
recall him, and then in that time, hopefully, they can get the timestamp of the interrogation, and we can proceed with how we with this scenario.
Oh my
situation.
God, that was
Yes.
almost
And of course, once again, this
detrimental.
comes without question, and I hope that y'all do your due diligence before this and pointing these things out and understand that if
Yes,
you
Your Honor.
bring
My
these
apologies.
up during questioning, you should have them readily available.
My apologies, Your Honor.
Uh-huh. I'm allowing just a bit of leniency with this. All right. Normally, I would shut that down.
Of course.
All right. Council Hall.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Yes,
How are we
sir.
today?
I want you to
Judge
know.
Braun?
As soon as I called Murphy up, Oliver laughed. So I'm kind of excited
You
to
know
see
what? I'm
what
doing okay. Thanks.
what
for
he's got in
asking.
mind.
Now I want to ask you, I mean, it's true that you don't have any further memory of that event. Isn't that right?
That's what I said.
All right. Now, you testified that your phone was stolen. At what point did you lose your phone?
Oh, I don't know, Mr. Hall.
Okay. And can you testify that someone stole your phone?
I can testify that it was missing when I woke up and I
Okay.
had been shot.
There you go.
Boom.
All right. And let's just clarify. If you had given your phone while you were blacked out at that point, would you be able to testify that it was stolen?
I don't know why I would give my phone to anyone, Mr. Hall. I think that's a stupid question.
Can you testify? Who stole your phone?
Objection
really
asked and
don't know.
answered.
Oh, he cooking.
Oh, do we think we have to?
Oh,
no,
you
no,
died!
the objection
I hope
was,
you get shot after this and
No.
die!
Rami, what are you saying right now?
What
Fuck,
the
my
hell?
bad. Whoa. My bad, my
Minecraft.
bad. In Minecraft. My bad. Honestly, my
he
phone was
good?
blowing up. My fault.
Am
My
I
fault.
writing that on the
That is,
record?
no, you're not.
Your Honor, can
Holy
we
fuck.
request a drug test for
For
Rami?
which one?
No, Oliver, I am so sorry. I don't know, guys. That was just like, I don't know what just occurred.
Wow, is Rami going to get a PED test after every court case now? Random test?
What performance enhancing drugs is he going to be on? Because I frankly, I don't
Probably
see
the
your
nicotine that he
performance
blew in my
enhancing.
Your Honor,
face.
my apologies, Your Honor. That's, I don't know. It was an
Anything,
outburst.
I think
It
you
was
might need a few more performance enhancing drugs if this is the standard that he is qualifying right now.
My bad, Your Honor. My bad. I mean,
Holy
I'm
kind
not,
of like
shit.
the Lakers and the Celtics right now. And
Go ahead.
I love Rami so much.
Go ahead.
Wait, am I writing that down?
There is an objection.
No,
I think
no,
you
no,
asked
Your
and
Honor,
answered,
there's
Try
Your
to
Honor.
find the
Yeah, Your Honor, there's an
timestamp.
objection.
Okay.
No, you're not writing it down.
He doesn't
Okay.
remember.
My
anything.
rebuttal to that objection is that I never asked the way. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Mr. Aram is being quite loud and has been throughout this proceeding. I'm just going to step
Your
a
Honor, I
little
haven't
bit
even
further
said
away so I
anything,
don't
Your
hear
Honor.
him.
Wait, did
I-
you mean to whisper that to him? And you
I haven't.
He's been whispering to me
Oh
throughout
my
the entire
God.
trial.
Your Honor,
Your
I've
Honor,
been
I must
listening this
admit.
entire time, Your Honor. I've been quiet. I've been just watching this entire court case, Your Honor. I haven't done anything. I will not sit here and be bashed and disrespected by the prosecution.
Oh my
Rami, didn't you just ask if your own client was dumb and stupid?
Your Honor, that was a murmur, and it wasn't to the people of the courts. Respectfully, Your Honor.
That's underprivileged.
It was underprivileged. Your Honor, I was just, yeah, it was underprivileged, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may, for a
All right.
minute.
I'll wrap this up. What's that, Flop? Go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
wasn't Rami asked to sit down at the beginning of this court case?
And
this proceeding?
I allowed him to lean. That's fine.
Okay.
on his dick. On his god dick.
All right. Hey,
Back to my rebuttal, Judge.
Yes. Could you
Yeah.
actually, could we back up like
Yeah.
3-4 minutes as to what was happening here?
Certainly. The question that I asked was, who stole your phone? And there was an objection to ask
This
and
is
answer.
perfect. Thank you for the
This
5 gifts,
question
and I
wasn't
appreciate
asked by
you
either
doing.
party. So I'm not entirely sure how.
Actually, that is incorrect per the stenographer.
Thank you so much, Kermie.
Thank you, Kirby.
Thank you, Pictus. Thank you,
All
thank
right,
you.
I'm sorry then, Mr. Stenographer. I should clarify.
Actually,
Your Honor,
was
it's simply not our
asked-
fault for the
it
prosecution
was
not paying attention.
asked- Excuse me. It was
Oh my God!
asked,
Can we get a bunch of hearts in chat, please?
would
Thank you,
be
thank
able
you.
to testify if your phone was stolen if you had given it to someone while you were blacked out? Mr. Braun said, "I wouldn't give my
Okay,
phone to
so
anyone." I
don't know,
think
this
that's
is
a stupid
important to note,
question.
but,
Thank you
It
so
was
much.
And
then
Pectus
asked
with the
if
10
you
month.
should
Interrogation.
Thank
testify
you.
if you gave
He
your phone
states
to
that he
someone,
had
at
had
which
more
point
than a
it was
few
asked
drinks,
and answered
and
objectified.
then his recollection of
Oliver,
everything
sit down.
became
Just-
fuzzy.
Sorry, Your Honor. The
Just
question was, who
Um,
stole your
However,
phone?
in the
Not,
second interrogation,
if
he
you'd given
said
his
he
phone
only
away.
had a couple
Ye-
drinks.
Your Honor.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just let you handle this one. You take it away.
I don't know how I'm going to relay that to Oliver without interrupting the courts.
I'm not going back and forth this too much anymore. All right.
I'm assuming there's going to be a recall for
question
Murphy
asked,
anyway.
who stole it?
This might be
Mr.
good
Braun,
to inform him about.
response was testify that was
'Cause
missing
that's
when he
good
woke
to know.
up and that was who he shot. He didn't give an actual answer when the question was asked, can you testify that someone stole it? He just said it was missing. We keep going back and forth about the technicalities of stolen. So let me just back up here. All right. When you ask the question, if he testified that someone stole, he said, I don't know, Mr. Hall. Can you testify if someone stole it? I can testify it was missing. Who stole it? And you said object. There was objection asked and answered. I don't think at any point during this did he actually name someone or say that he does not recall who that individual may be. So, for the court's purposes, I'm going to ask the question, Mr. Braun, was your phone missing or was it stolen?
When I awoke at the hospital, I did not have a phone on my person and have since not recovered it. Nor has law enforcement.
Thank you, Judge. May I continue?
Yes, you may. Go ahead.
All right, I wanted to move on a little bit, but if you can, how has your employment been affected by the investigation into you?
Objection relevance?
Wait, what was the end of that question? How has this employment affected what?
Yeah, how has your employment been affected by the investigation into you?
Okay, and there's an objection. So
yeah, could we actually sidebar for that objection, Judge? Just over here, at your
There's
shot.
approach there.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you. I'm doing wonderful.
I'm still interested why the hell we came over this way, but you can go in front of me there. That's fine.
This bench approach is stressing me the fuck out. There's no bench involved.
Take a deep breath, Flop. You'll survive.
Your Honor, I would say one thing to you right now. You and I both know how serious Oliver's accusation is, and that's a question for a much higher authority like the Chief Justice, and I think that is really, really out of fucking pocket for him to accuse a judge.
Hey. Oh, it's cooking. Should we get in there?
Listen, Robbie, if you have nothing valuable to add here, please return back to your seat over there. Now, in terms of who it's appropriate for or not, I do not appreciate the comment being made to say that I am not an appropriate person to judge or to actually rule on something like that. That is completely disrespectful.
Ooh. Ooh.
That is something outside of that. We're entirely looking at the information that is being presented here. This man's memory has been impacted. Yes, go ahead. This is what we're actually trying to figure out, if there was a crime committed or not. It doesn't matter. A serial killer can still be accused of something that's a serial killer for the first damn crime afterwards, and he had nothing else to do with 25 years before that. Someone has to do a crime at some point in time. They're just born into it.
I think I know what they're asking. I think I know where Oliver's going with this.
Hold on. Mr. Hall, please speak.
Hall is trying to establish that since
Last warning.
Hey, Flop.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you have a spare IFAC for Judge Angel?
I only have one. Use it sparingly. There you go.
Hold
Okay.
on, I have.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Do
have
you?
some.
Can you carry things?
Oh wait, they have been.
Yeah.
Are you able to bring?
I got the one I need. We're good.
Okay.
So, Oliver is stating that essentially, and this is what I'm assuming, that because of the incident that occurred with Murphy Braun, the assumption is that if Murphy Braun is not to be honored as a judge based on the fact that his employment status is on suspension, Murphy Braun is to be treated as a civilian right now, not as a judge, as I believe the argument that Oliver is probably trying to get at, which would actually make complete sense. How you doing? How you been?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm
food. I'm so hungry.
guys go? Oh.
No comment right now. I guess I'll find out after this court case.
All I
know,
have
plus
is
you're-
one slushie.
You haven't slept much, have you?
Nope.
Can't give it to both of you.
I'm on about
You slept at all?
I'm about on 4 hours of sleep right now,
Oh,
which
honey.
is nowhere near enough for me to be able to recall everything. I think I'm on my toes well enough with everything going on, but it's I'm exhausted. It is a coffee kind of day.
Are you gonna go back to bed after the court case?
Absolutely.
Good, good, good.
Food delivery.
I've been doing like 10-hour days recently. I'm
You have.
Yeah.
you have.
We'll talk after. We'll talk after. I just want to hear what happens with this.
Yeah.
Okay, so sustain. Okay.
No, I don't even know what the damn objection was. Don't put damn words in my mouth.
Sorry,
I just
sorry,
said
sorry.
that.
I'm just gonna put this
so
on
sorry,
the ground, and somebody can take it.
What's up, Moab? By the way, if you guys are new, happen to be enjoying your stay, hit the follow button. I'd love to see you come back. We are currently. We are.
What are they discussing?
I don't know the extent. Here, come here. I don't know the extent of it. So he asked about Murphy's employment status as a judge and asked for a sidebar. My assumption is that.
Hey, what was that all about over here? What's that? What just occurred?
I told him just go ahead and restate what they were asking beforehand.
He's
so
asking about
everybody
Murphy's
is
employment, and my assumption is that he's trying to clarify that if he's suspended
Rami,
for being a judge, is he to be treated as a civilian, not as an honorable judge at the moment? Is my assumption, but I could be wrong. I guess we'll find out in a minute when we speak to Oliver. I think it was a good sidebar, but
How has your employment
I mean, I
been
think
affected
he's
by
still
the
a judge. He's
investigation
just
into-
suspended.
Objection, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Scope. We never brought it up in our questioning on Murphy.
And once again, your rebuttal, just so we can restart this process.
Absolutely, Your Honor. It was previously covered. They had asked him about his employment as a judge. When he got sworn in, they asked him follow-up questions.
Your Honor, he objected to that whole line of questioning. He said it's in interrogation. It goes back to December 17th.
Your Honor, if I can finish, it was entered into the record. His employment as a judge was brought up. I'm simply following up on that in this cross-examination. So it's certainly not outside of the scope.
Your Honor, it actually got removed from the record back to his original objection of December 17th.
I'm just double checking the record here. Kermit, if you could do this for me as well.
So when we went into the December 17th stuff, when Mommy tried to start that line of questioning, it was objected to, and then it was stated by the courts. It was stated by the courts that they would hold off on that objection, and it was basically like it was left on the table, and they would determine it at a later time. So technically, well, Rami actually didn't continue that line of questioning. He actually moved on to a different line of questioning.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do with this. Once again, defense, do you have that timestamp? Yes or no? 'Cause I don't want to continue
Siobhan,
unless
he's
you all
talking to you
have
guys. You guys look at
Speak.
Hello.
Hello. Speak up there.
Your Honor, we could. I cannot find the timestamp because there's too many voices. I can't. It's I tried. My brain is gonna explode. I think it's somewhere around 5:49. But
bro, we gotta lock in.
Here's what I'm going to go with this. All right, because we're basing a fair amount of the questioning now on this December 17th date. And he is within his due right to ask the question because you still haven't produced what you're referring to within the evidence of this interrogation. Now, I can go ahead and take the time to do so. That's fine. This would delay the process
That's
even
gonna hurt.
further if I need to go ahead and listen
We
to
just
everything.
never brought
But
it
once
up
again, y'all should
because
be
we didn't
ready
even know
and
who's
point that
gonna.
out
Why
for
would we bring that up?
Your Honor, if I may, if could we
I mean,
allow
it could have been like. I
if
mean,
he wants
like
to bring
I
up
said,
December
Cornwood
17th,
did ask
I'm
Siobhan
willing
and
to,
Murphy a lot of
you know,
personal
if he
questions
agrees
about
to
their
remove that
marriage
whole-
during
striking
that
whole thing,
interrogation.
if
So
we allow
I
a
guess
redirect
it theoretically
on,
could have been
do
brought
we
up.
do we have any evidence or
on
proof to state
Murphy,
that it was
and
Slack's
then
gun?
he can recross with.
This is the
his
first I'm
questions
hearing
that
about
he
it.
wants to ask.
Other than Slack's
was originally
statement
discussed,
saying,
Robbie.
other than when
We
he
had that
told me
But
it
now
was
he wants
his
to bring
gun.
up that scope.
No.
Like, how is he allowed to bring up that
I
scope?
thought we weren't.
I don't
Ooh,
think
I don't.
I don't think it's in
That
the
is fair.
report. Is it in the
All right, and
report?
now what
I don't
I'm
think it
asking you
is.
basically your D-Day. Produce a damn stamp. That's it. All right.
So how is
Because
he
it
allowed to
now
question
becoming-
about it?
son? Because it's coming more and more and more relevant. All right.
Exactly. That's my point.
Exactly. That's why I'm asking you produce it.
So now I have to prove against him for him not to question it?
No, I
And
want the
before it was-
actual evidence
Bro.
that we have agreed to be presented. That's what I'm asking for.
That doesn't make any sense, Your Honor, respectfully.
Respectfully, you can listen. Here's why I'm going to take you through this process, Robbie. You're going to keep moving around there.
No, I understand your process, Your Honor. I just don't. Whatever.
You started a process that regards of the December 17th date. That was objected
He
to.
started the objection towards it,
hold
Your
on.
Honor.
No. Let me finish this. You started the original questions of where you were on the day
It's
of
not in
December
the
17th.
report.
I have
Correct.
this
How did
right
he
next to
know
your
it was
work.
Slacks'
Okay?
gun?
You even asked how long were you settled into the city, December 27th from December
I don't-
17th, etc. That goes into some of that. All right.
If I get yelled at
And
for
then
this,
he
so be it.
objected to the
I need
actual
to.
December 17th
Wait, do
question
we need to
after
have
the
a
third question had been
sidebar?
asked about which day he became a judge.
I'm about
You
to
start
interrupt.
asking that. That's when that came up in the
Wait till he's
question.
done.
Okay.
talking.
Yeah.
Y'all are not able to produce at this point unless someone else actually has it at some point.
Or
The
we need to
time
talk
where
to
this was
Oliver
brought
about it, I
into
think.
evidence.
Hey.
I am going to be honest. I'm
Okay.
so close.
Hold on,
So what I'm
Oliver.
asking
Nowhere in
here
the
at this
report
point,
does it
because
state that it was
It
Slacks'
seems like
gun.
a fair amount
I don't
comes
know
back
why
to
they
the
I
know
know.
that.
I don't know where they
just
got
want
this
to
from.
be presented.
I
think we
Right.
need to request
No,
that like
no,
all of that
I
is
have one of them stepping
stricken.
out right now to find the interrogation, Your
because
Honor.
it wasn't in the report. We
My
don't
point that I'm
like
trying to
other
bring
This
up
is the
than
first I'm hearing about it
is that
being
if that's
Slacks'
the
gun.
case,
To be
I
fair.
mean,
he shouldn't be
like
allowed
Slacks
to ask
told
his
me it was
question on
his
December
gun, but
17th.
he never
And
produced
that's
like
why I
any
wanna get to the point
documentation
where
or
there's
anything. He
no
said he
back and
sent it
forth
off
with this, and I
to
just wanna
special
have
lab and it
everyone in the
came
room
back.
on the same platform
So
as it
if
is
we
When I
allowed
asked him if he
now.
was going to follow
Can
through
we
with
just
charges on that
recall
gun,
Murphy,
we did
strike
not.
his line of
We did not
questioning and
press
recall
charges
Murphy
based
until
on
Sam
the
Sanders
ownership of the gun.
finds the,
We pushed
Wait,
based-
this is a separate gun that we're
He
talking
doesn't
about
have
right
to-
now?
No,
No,
Put
it's
the
just
court
no.
into
It's
recess.
Apparently,
the
it-
gun
10
that was
minutes.
found on
Y'all
Murphy
go ahead and
Braun.
find this. If it's not
Slacks
found within 10
Slacks
minutes,
told us that it
we'll
was
continue.
the gun that was
Alright?
stolen
Sounds
off
good.
of
Thank you, Your
him,
Honor.
but
Yep.
that wasn't in the report that it was his gun. I don't know why they're talking about it.
we never
Where
pressed for
where is
anything.
their evidence
Yeah.
that it was Slacks' gun? It's irrelevant.
Yeah, see that's why I objected to facts,
There's
not
a
evidence.
point.
It's not in the interrogations. It's not in the report. I don't know where they're getting it from either.
I
have no
think
idea.
we need
There you
to
go.
have that it
well,
was
I
Slacks'
figured that,
gun
I could
like
keep you here
stricken
instead of
altogether
thinking
because
about
it
what
was
you gotta
not in
think about,
evidence.
So that way it can waste some of your time.
And the only person that's testifying to that is Rami, and he can't testify.
that's
He's the
fine. I'll
lawyer.
just keep talking.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let him annoy the
Alright,
judge here. I'm
so,
thinking.
what you
I'm just
thinking
gonna
about this
reiterate
whole
that
thing, huh?
it's not in evidence that the
Oh,
gun
wow,
was
really? The
Slacks
silent
or that it
treatment,
was stolen
asshole?
the
I'll be
17th.
back.
I don't even know what they're
Um,
going on about. But
One thing that I looked
Well,
at
he
the
was going to do it. You
interrogation,
can't expect a
and
different
at
outcome
like
here.
5 hours 26 minutes, I wrote it down.
Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and we'll do the same thing just for a hot minute.
You're a psychopath.
Are we in recess currently?
5 hours
Yeah, we
26
are.
minutes 50 seconds.
Alrighty.
Psychopath.
Murphy says that he had a lot, he had more than a few drinks at the Liquid Library, and that's when his recollections became less potent. But in the second interrogation, he said he only had a couple drinks, that he wasn't drunk.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm quite close to just not even really crossing him at all, especially in the interrogation, and just making this all clear in the closing. Because I don't know, perhaps you guys heard or didn't hear, but the sidebar there, that was about me trying to establish a motivation, basically establishing an avenue to go at him for impeachment and to attack his credibility because he has a motivation to lie, that he was suspended, that he was getting aggravated with you guys when you're investigating, and that he wanted this all to go to waste, so he lied about what he recalled just to get you off his back. That's what I was going for. And they basically, I don't even know what just happened there, but it seems to me the judge is not willing to sort of hear out contradictions in his interrogation, I don't think. So,
all right.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but
So we can't question him on why his story's changed now 2 times.
I really want to, but I don't know how. I think I'm going to be more
because
effective.
it's changed now every single time he's been questioned. You know, the first time he didn't remember anything, the second time he got a flash of a gun, and now he remembers there was a phone call and a person with a gun that he vividly remembers.
I know. I'm debating.
What is the
I think I
point
can
of
make this.
doing recordings if it doesn't meet,
Anna?
like if it doesn't hold any weight?
Hey, what's up?
Where'd Siobhan go?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I don't
think
know.
She still wants
I
to talk to Samantha.
I think
so
I'll
I'm
try the
looking for,
cross and see if I
recording
can
of a
let the
interview.
judge
I mean,
ask
I mean,
me.
if the judge has already given you a hard time about it, I wouldn't press it. But I just mean, like, it might be
I know
something
exactly
just
what you mean. It hurts. I don't understand it either. I really don't.
I might ask the judge about it later, just because I'm curious. Like, is that something that we can bring up?
Yeah,
The fact that,
I
like,
definitely,
from interrogation to now.
I don't
the
want to
story
press Oliver too
changes?
much personally because
Yeah, we
he's
certainly
doing
should
really
be
good
able to.
considering how much counsel is
Just a
actually
conversation that
testifying
we had
against.
when I was trying to explain that just evolved in them interrupting me and then saying "fuck you, Oliver." That's basically what that was over there. So
That's what I heard from the judge's side was essentially what I got out of that, not hearing anyone except for the judge.
Yeah, it. Really debating it. I think I could get through to everyone a lot clearer just in making this obvious in the closing, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Again, it doesn't make a lot of sense. This should be relevant regardless. I should be able to ask him his motivations to lie and attack his credibility, but I'm being blocked a little bit for some reason. I'm not sure why.
I will admit, considering all the weight against the fact that this is everybody sort of here right now, you are handling yourself very well considering. And I think while we can make this an 8-hour court case, I would also maybe
I'd very
personally
much like to not be here for 8 hours.
Yeah. I think making these points in closing is going to make a very valuable case because when they try and object at closing, you can just state that these facts are not in
I
evidence.
don't believe you did.
I don't feel like they've really established anything on their side.
I don't think they have, to be honest.
No, they haven't. Yeah, I really don't want this to go on longer than it has to, and I'm fairly confident if I keep asking questions, they're going to object regardless of how valid the objections are, and they're just going to waste everyone's time. I think.
Probably.
And I think that's pretty scummy of them, but I'm going to try. I'm going to see if I can. Go ahead.
Can I ask you a quick question? Do you feel like your life is potentially at risk based on some of the comments he's been whispering? I keep seeing his mouth move. I keep seeing him say things. I can get.
He has been whispering to me this entire trial.
Yeah.
Trying to interrupt. He's been making a whole lot of noise. Siobhan's been doing it too, actually. They've been saying, "Fuck you, Oliver." Yeah, and of course you heard what he was yelling. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that needs to be brought up to the judge.
I'm gonna get
Honestly,
that sounds like they're what's the word I'm looking for? Badgering and harassment. I mean,
they were. Yeah, I was trying to let it slide, but they're getting on my nerves. I'm gonna be honest.
like it shouldn't be allowed to even once. It's they've now created a hostile environment in which it's difficult for you to be able to do your job.
Yeah, exactly. I'm willing to put up with a lot, but they're getting to the point with me.
If I was you, I would bring it up to the judge now. Have the judge state.
Where's Rami going?
I don't know. Have the judge state that they need to knock it off, and then if they do it again, they get contempt.
I think
That's what I would do.
I think it would be a good thing to bring up to the judge because I do think it's unfair. I know Rami was making comments even when I was up on stand. It's something I think that should get brought up. I've been hearing him this whole time, eating chips during your opening, stuff like that. But you're holding your own very well, which I commend you for. But don't stand for it. That's something that I would bring up if you feel like it's at that point.
Certainly getting to that point. The fact that they're attacking me, if they want to do whatever they're doing at the council table, I can handle that. But the fact that they're continuously attacking me, interrupting me, it's getting quite annoying, I must admit.
They didn't chase him. They didn't see him commit a crime.
I guess we'll see though. I
trust your judgment.
I'm gonna try with the cross, see how it goes. I think it's just gonna they're just gonna consistently object, and it'd be better just bring it up in the closing. And I'm also curious to see if they actually call up these other two judges, Norman and Angel.
I don't know what they're calling up for. I'm so interested to know if they're witness.
I think it's recalling his day. I think it's because I think he brought up that he was with Norman earlier in the day. I don't know about Angel though.
I'm not entirely sure. Yeah.
I mean, fuck, if they witnessed him getting kidnapped, why is this the first that we're hearing about it? Like we tried so hard to look for witnesses.
It would make no sense. I would actually consider it a severe and disgusting waste of time if they withheld that evidence until trial.
I would be I'd actually be disappointed because we worked so hard to try to find proof that he was kidnapped, and then if one of them did see it, it's just, well, why didn't they come forward? Why didn't they tell us? We would have put this to rest.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that's not what they're going to testify to. They're being called as character witnesses.
Like we just needed we literally needed one person to corroborate it. That's all we needed.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
We needed doubt, and doubt from a judge would have held, I think, a lot more weight than a civilian.
The frustrating part is that I don't think Murphy realizes how hard we tried to help him, and I feel like he's just kind of being an asshole.
I will say this: it is their job to sort of. I don't want to say their job. It is their intentions to create the motive that we did not do enough. But they actually, in my opinion, and I mean, Oliver, I'd love your opinion on this too. I don't feel like they, and I know, Kit, you feel this way. I don't think they made any ground on any of their points yet. They just tried claiming a judge as a peace officer, which I am baffled by, but okay.
See, I really thought they were going to present a pretty coherent case. They were going to say, hey, these calls, they show that other people were probably on the scene. You weren't able to find them.
Yeah. They had me on recall, though. They may still question me about that.
We'll see, but
I don't.
Since they haven't thus far.
I mean, it's kind of interesting because they have 4 lawyers, but they don't really seem prepared.
Yeah, I really don't know.
I think I just feel confident about our work, and I think, Kit, you do too. I'm prideful in the extent we went with our side.
I'm glad that we did go the route of you know, sort of using the investigation into the kidnapping to like solidify that.
Wait a second, look at that.
At this time, the defense asserts that we cannot provide the exact proof on where that
Interesting
specific instance of the 17th is laid in stone. So unfortunately, we will have to decline that line of questioning at this time.
Alrighty.
It was not intentional, Your Honor, I assure you.
Yes, that's fine. Just keep in mind that when you're doing these trials,
how bizarre!
That is very beneficial.
Of course,
to
Your Honor.
include all, and especially if you have a transcript of it, even better. All right, makes it much easier. Are we all we good to proceed again?
Just waiting to get other counsel back, Your Honor. They should be returning momentarily. I'm going to make sure I try to find them.
I'll go ahead and announce it real quick.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I was glad that we were able to sort of use the route of like, we did all this investigation and we couldn't prove that he was kidnapped. You know, I think that was a very important thing to note, in my opinion. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
It also seemed like Rami didn't listen to any of the questions you asked me because he was asking me about the scene that I was not at.
Yeah, I know. I really don't know what's going on over there. Either we got any food, by the way?
No, I can call Slacks and see if he can bring us some food though.
I can run out and get food because I'm not recalled or anything. So
That'd be
I'll go
great,
get
yeah.
food for us.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Hey, how is she not being recalled?
Hey, Kit. You mind grabbing a few IFACs if you can, or some bandages somewhere as well?
Oh yeah, let me give you these.
Okay, thank you.
Let me not give you all of them.
Yeah, please don't.
Oh, what is this? We get
Sorry.
Siobhan back or we lose
gonna put
Miss
it down.
Sanders.
Yeah, that's fine.
She'll be right back.
There you go.
Went to find
Thank
me.
you.
I found her, but she'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Okay. If at any point you feel woozy and you need something to clean up a cut, let me know.
Should be alright. Thank you. This would like a little bit of food at some point.
Yeah, of course. I have some water. Do you need water?
Your Honor,
I should be all set.
I'm good on food, thank you much.
Just
Yes.
after reviewing the interrogation, we would actually like to motion to dismiss with prejudice based on exculpatory evidence being withheld.
Denied. You all literally just had and said that you don't have it.
It's worse, Honor. I was there. It was discussed. It has not been included.
If she's gonna pull this card,
I'm sorry.
What?
I was there in the interrogation when it was discussed. The recording was not included by the prosecution. They decided to cut it off at the point where it should have been included. This was exculpatory. And they decided to not include it, just like they tried to stripe other possibly exculpatory evidence.
What?
Sorry, I thought you were the real judge, but would you like me to respond?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, certainly. So just the fact that something wasn't recorded doesn't mean that exculpatory evidence has been withheld. Again, defense counsel can ask this witness and other witnesses that were present about whether or not the questions regarding the 17th of December were asked in the interrogation. But the fact that it was not recorded does not mean that exculpatory evidence has been withheld.
Do you want me to?
Your Honor, we have a rebuttal if necessary.
Do you have a rebuttal?
I'm thinking. Just give me a
Understood.
second.
Understood. Yes. Yes. Your
Understood.
Honor.
No problem. That's why we asked.
They sound like they're reaching for literally anything that they can grab right now.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, I wasn't witness, but we have to start a recording and we end a recording when our line of questioning ends.
I don't see her. Can she
That
run
is
out
like
back in,
a
Siobhan?
standard.
Oh, you don't
When
see
we're
me?
done
Oh,
asking
okay. I'm
questions
sorry.
that
We'll be
could be
right back.
potentially incriminating, we stop our
Come on,
recording to give the privacy. What is going on right now? Do you
They were
get what I'm
talking about
saying?
a cloud. Yeah, they were talking about kangaroo court earlier. They're turning this into one. So,
No.
I mean, I don't know what they're talking about. I really don't.
Rami, I think, was the one with the issue.
Wasn't me,
I
it
don't
was
see
Rami.
anymore.
Yeah.
I'm actually disgusted that I'm being, or that we are even at any point being accused of withholding evidence.
Recess continues.
You simply tried to strike evidence that ended up not being conclusive to evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. It was denied. And apparently that's not enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
You get what I'm saying? If this was extreme prejudice, why was this not brought up on the docket?
I don't even know. I don't know.
If prejudice is going to come into play, is there any reason? I mean, I brought this up to you before, but clear bias based on relation from Siobhan. I don't know. I feel like something is just not right here. This does not sound. Something is not adding up with that claim at all.
Yeah, listen, I'm personally not going to object to a conflict. If you want to,
no, I'm not.
If you want to, that's up to you. I'm not going to.
No, I don't. I at this point, all the evidence is there. I have never been so extensive to try and get evidence to prove innocence. I try and go to the full extent every time. We hit every single barrier that we could have possibly investigated, and it's all in the report.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's you know what? I'm gonna go clock on. One sec. I forgot.
Okay.
I think we're waiting on
I'll
Mr.
pay you for
Aram,
this.
right?
Don't worry about that.
Oh, listen, you don't need to pay me.
Regardless,
Listen, I'll
you.
be right back.
All right, all right.
What the hell did I just walk into? Okay.
Did you lose a trial? No, they're claiming that police are withholding evidence, which I don't understand, I guess, how. But in Flop's mind, Flop's sort of looking at it from an offended stance. Don't care. I'm not, right? But Flop, as an officer who feels like he did everything he could to try and prove a judge's innocence, was not willing to take a 7-month misdemeanor on a 200-month charge. That's a felony at the beginning. And on top of that, is personally offended at the idea that any evidence is at this moment being withheld. The only reason that the evidence was ever brought up to be wiped from the report was because the evidence was inconclusive. And I know people are going to mention Brady violation. Los Angeles doesn't refer to a Brady violation. We don't have that in the state.
Like, what happened to
No, the one with
Siobhan?
the, lame little
I don't know. Hello?
I am not
Fair
trying
enough.
to bang you!
What?
I'm so confused.
What the fuck just happened?
I don't know.
Your Honor, for the record, I'm married to Ziggy Bugs.
There's a lot of tea in this.
It is what it is.
He's also bottom.
Yeah, it's that girl in the front row.
He
but it
is.
doesn't look
We
like she's
determined
leaving
that
anytime
5 years
soon. Does he have like a bomb? Wait. Oh my god. What if I pulled the fire alarm or something? Then I don't want to like fuck up Rami's court case. It's probably like serious for him.
No, I'm not.
I also wouldn't recommend pulling the fire alarm in front of the police.
Did I say fire alarm? I said
You actually said that you wanted to pull the fire alarm, but you were worried about ruining Rami's case.
I did not say such thing. What the fuck?
Probably shouldn't have said that in front of a city council member either. You know?
Oh, he almost got her pregnant with that spray. I was there.
So let me get this straight. A lawyer, a cop, and a city council person just witnessed that.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What happened?
What's up, my dude?
Hey, how's it
Hey,
going?
just wanted to say thank you so much for but while we're in recess, thank you so much for such a friendly conversation. I know it's been kind of rough, but good job. Hope you keep it up.
Mabel and I have about
think I want to
$200,000
compliment both of you
already.
specifically on your
Hi, Flip.
cordiality.
I'm not talking to you.
Are you gonna scream
Wait,
about
why
him
you're-
trying to sleep with you again?
No, oh my god, I heard Brick. Like, I heard him
Listen,
say
you only
that
have
he
one
wants,
that
she wants to
aggravated
bang
me,
me, and
fun
that's what I,
bitch,
that's
but
what
I
happened
thought
though.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's what that was. All right.
I hope,
Yeah. The
Have you
record,
been?
time going forward.
Yeah.
Fun is,
Yeah, going good?
Very confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very confused too.
At the
Yeah.
end of the day, when we walk out of here, we understand that it's a professional.
Oh boy.
I don't want to bang you.
we don't
No,
have to
I'm married, so.
Yeah, I have a boyfriend. Yeah.
Anytime, I'm sure you know
Yeah.
my name, but
But yeah, no, I'll determine how I'm feeling after this court case is over.
I don't know if we met in person. But yeah,
Okay.
It's great to,
Are you doing okay on food?
Yeah, well then,
and-
very good to
and
meet you.
Water and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
So if you need anything, if I can try
I got
to,
Kit
like,
coming over
keep them
to
down a little bit, I'm gonna do that, but I'm
you know.
sure you are well aware of
Good,
how
good.
Miss Fitzpatrick and
Have you seen Ziggy recently?
Here, come here.
Yeah.
It's probably been about a week, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. That's about when I saw him last too.
I still have
We
to
had a
grab my
great photo
paycheck.
chat.
Yeah, I have to grab my paycheck. I
Okay.
should probably have close to, respectfully, about 50
Okay.
to put in.
That's good. That's good.
I did give
So
some.
we're about halfway there.
Okay. I gave Tessa Lamb a small loan. I told her to pay me back whenever. It wasn't anything that would have been detrimental. I haven't grabbed my paycheck in about a week and a half, so I'm expecting it to be a relatively good one. I've put in more hours this week than I've put in a while.
Yeah.
And with the new tax break, I'm expecting a pretty decent chunk of that to stay.
Okay.
Do I need to put a mask
So.
on?
Yes, you do, sweetheart.
All right, sorry about that, guys. My
Yeah. Okay. That's good. That's
bad.
good. You
can see
mentioned
everybody now,
that
sorry.
you knew somebody
You've
that
been
might
there.
be able to hold it for us.
Thank
Do you know? Is
Yes,
that
yes,
still a
ma'am.
thing?
All right.
Aaron Cox made the comment, yeah.
Is that any better?
Okay.
Yes,
You look
yeah.
fine now, Butte.
Okay. Who needs food?
I will not say no to food. I know
Alrighty.
Oliver asked about it.
Hello there.
Okay. Here.
Just so you're aware, they just tried to dismiss this whole case
All
based
good.
on the fact
You'll
that they
have your
believe
side
that
conversations out.
the
I'd like to
officers,
finish this sometime
thank you,
today.
Thank
the
you, Your Honor.
officers
Well, thank you for ending your
withheld
conversation.
evidence from the
All right.
report in the recordings and
I'm
cut
just
it
trying
short.
to understand this correctly.
What do you
And
mean?
everything, I just want to make sure that we're
That's
all
what
on
I
the
said.
line
I
with
said
it.
I think that is a
First off,
gross interpretation of what
Counsel Hall,
happened.
hey, please, only speak if you have been spoken
What-
to. Do not ask or do not
What are
answer for someone else. On behalf.
He already denied it, but I think that's gross
I'll
for
make
them to even
myself clear.
assume.
They're grasping
Yes,
at
Your
Counsel
Honor.
Hall.
straws.
They are.
Yes, Your Honor.
In the interrogation, when he was, I'm guessing he was read his rights. Yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
he-
He was read his
All right,
rights.
Counsel, were you there?
I was there.
No, not you. I'm asking
I'm sorry.
Counselor Hall there.
I was present for the second interrogation, Your Honor.
The second one.
That's right.
All right. From start to finish, is the entirety of that tape included?
This is directed to me, right, Your Honor?
It's directed, yes, absolutely.
Yes.
You entered the evidence into the system here.
Your Honor, I submitted what was provided to me. From my understanding, the full length of all interrogations were provided. I don't have any information that portions of the interrogations were excluded from it. From my understanding, portions like the interrogation was paused, so the recording was paused at certain portions, and then it was restarted based on conversations. I think that ended up happening. But the interrogations that are provided and produced, from my understanding, they were produced in full. Let me confer with the officers here, but from my understanding, no evidence has been withheld with respect to the interrogations. That's right? Like nothing has been withheld?
From the defense side, as they confer between
Nothing was
themselves,
withheld. Absolutely not.
All right.
the counsel in defense, were you present for the entirety of the time in question from beginning to end?
Siobhan was
I
there
was
for
not for the
first
second one. Siobhan handled the first one.
I
What about
was
the
for the
second one?
first one. Sorry.
And the second one?
I'm disgusted
Second
this is
one,
even being like brought up right now.
No, I don't think so.
That's not.
Mr. Brown, did you have any of your
Rami was
counsel
there for
involved
the
in the
entire
second?
time for the second one.
Yes, it was Rami only in the second one and Siobhan only in the first one, which is reflected in the evidence.
Mr. Rami.
Yes, sir.
At any point in time, did you leave the room there?
You look absolutely stunning with that hat, by the way.
No, I don't think so.
So you were present for the entirety of the questioning?
Yes.
All right. So you should have the full scope of the questions being asked that occurred during that
See, like why?
interrogation, yes?
They were both there. They know what was
And
said.
I'm gonna be real. I don't really remember, Your Honor. I'm gonna be honest.
That's not our fault.
Frankly, unfortunately, that's not my problem then.
Thank you.
All right. So which one is becoming into question? The first one or the second
The
one?
first one, Your Honor.
The one that you were there present for?
Correct.
And were you there the entirety of the time?
I was.
So do you
No, she
have
wasn't.
by default the entire context
She wasn't
of the
there the
conversation?
entire time.
I do.
Did you ever, at any point in time, leave the room?
Technically, technically
Okay,
the
well, at any point in
interrogation
time, was
started
the recording
before.
paused?
He then decided
It
he
should
wanted
not
a
have been, to my
lawyer.
knowledge.
We stopped,
Acknowledge.
and then she showed up.
Prosecution. At any point in time, did you pause the recording?
Yes. So for the first interrogation, originally, it was just Mr. Braun that was there. We brought him down to the interrogation room, at which point then he decided he wanted a lawyer. So we said, okay, we're going to put a pin in this, and we paused the recording so that way, and then we got Siobhan there. And then when Siobhan arrived, we resumed. We read him, I believe we read him his rights again in front of Siobhan, and then we did the questioning without pausing. Again.
Siobhan, can you confirm that his rights were read in front of him the second time and that you were there the entire time?
I can't confirm if there was a first reading, Your Honor, because I can't confirm information I wasn't aware
That's
of.
about the
but
second
I can
time.
confirm that they were read when I was
It's
present.
on
Yes, at least the
recording.
ones that I was present for.
I don't.
Alright.
The fact this is even being talked about is baffling to me.
So, what I'm hearing is that both stories corroborate here. Is
Oh,
that
there we go.
he asked for his right for a lawyer. Mr. Braun, correct me if I'm wrong here. You didn't answer
Correct.
any questions until your lawyer came.
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. So at what point is being omitted here?
There was discussion regarding the nights of the 17th, late 17th, early 18th, where Murphy Braun was present when the PD gun was allegedly stolen off of an officer.
I think
that
at
had
this
to come
point
from
this
somewhere,
needs to be sidebarred.
right?
This is insane.
That's exculpatory. That was omitted in the recording. In the first interrogation.
Can we ask for a sidebar here? Because I don't
Let's
remember
go
this
back on the
at
record here
all.
briefly.
I have no idea what she's talking about. Then
I don't
again,
know.
I am going to be honest. I do kind of zone out sometimes. So I'm not going to say it didn't happen, but I have no recollection of this. And I mean,
even if this was discussed, right? Just because it's not on recording does not mean that's you didn't produce exculpatory material that he should have had. I mean, they were there. They can ask him about it. They could ask you about it, but they didn't.
I really don't know what
Do
she's
you have that
talking
line of
about.
questioning by chance? I'm just trying to refer back to my notes here.
I mean, I can.
Which specific part?
I can look at the recording,
In regards
but
to
the recording wasn't edited. I mean, it
17th
was
date.
absolutely not edited
We
in any
crossed it out
way.
there because it
Once
got into the
once the
conversation about
interrogation
Slack, yes?
ended, it ended. Now, if they talked about stuff after the interrogation ended, that was outside the scope, in my opinion.
He was asking about this, where he was. Asked if his ex-wife was in the courtroom. And took her
Ooh,
out.
the case just got spicy.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really give a fuck either way. I
he
just
was,
Flop. I know would be upset about this.
with her from the entire time between the 15th and the 27th, and then it got argued as being irrelevant.
Alrighty. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay. When these decisions come up into where we're at now, we have to weigh the impact of whose weapon it truthfully was, and
Thank you.
information that may or may not impact the case to where we're at. Do I believe at this point in time that something has been done maliciously to exclude any evidence? Based upon your answers back and forth, I do not. Why I say this is because technically, if this was part of your question to begin with, and this was something that was initially admitted, once again, you'd have that beforehand so that you could bring that to
No, Lots, they're not. They're actually
But
a lot of
instead,
fun,
we
and I
are
think if
back
anyone's
with
taking this personal, they
It
shouldn't
wasn't
be.
included. I can't find the timestamp to everything. So, frankly, it was more of a homework due diligence to see if it was or wasn't. So, I'm going to continue it. But here's what I'm going to say: we can ask these questions. We can get to the answer with them with just questions that we ask everybody else.
Your Honor, we can just proceed. It's fine.
You can withdraw the motion.
Thank you. That's where I'm going with this. We will proceed as normal. Ask
Holy
questions
shit.
to figure it out.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor.
Yep.
I'm disappointed that I would never withhold evidence.
Yeah, the integrity of the officer being withheld is fucking disgusting. It's actually gross. I'm gonna bring that up with him after.
Affected by investigation.
I believe that's right, Your Honor.
And the objection was on the table.
For the record,
saying
you did absolutely nothing
basically-
wrong.
One more time, your objection.
they are grasping at every straw that they can.
Yeah,
here's
I
what
know
we're
I
gonna do
didn't
with
do
the scope
anything
objection.
wrong.
Because the evidence has
I mean,
not been found,
the first interrogation that was
we're
put
going
into
to
the